And I'm back, everyone. Hey, it's Three Penguins. We're going to continue our adventures here in the world of Golden Sun. We're actually going to get into some dungeon crawling, so to speak, here in this game, and we're headed into Sol Sanctum. So yeah, so it'll be fun. This will be the second play I'm doing today. The first one was about a half hour long. Cut it up into 3 videos. It's now been posted, I believe. All 3 are up. So yeah, this is the first time in Sol Sanctum, right? Yes, it is. It's an important relic of our past. Take a good look. So he's encouraging us to explore, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So this is our first look at some of the basic puzzles of Golden Sun, jumping puzzles. We will have so many of these before the game is out. But anyway, yeah. So this is wow, I can't remember my own puzzles. Yeah. This is, like I said, the second half hour or so. I'm going to record a little bit before I go to dinner here. And I'm going to try and get as much of the early game stuff done for you guys as I possibly can before I have to leave, because tomorrow I'm not going to play anything. I'm going to be on the road for 12 hours. When I get home, I'm going to be dead tired. Alright, this is our first look at battle with full characters. So now we can attack, synergy, item, and defend just like we could before. But synergy, we actually have some. Now, of course, Isaac only has Cure right now. He's sort of, he's a knight, effectively. I can't remember what they call, I can go back to status and look. She's called a squire right now. Garrett's a guard, and Jenna is a flame user. I wonder what kind of synergy she has. But anyway, so since he can't actually use synergy, he's going to attack. Now, Garrett has flare. And you'll notice you can adjust who gets the bigger brunt of the hit by where the larger purple arrow is. We're going to give it to Bat 2. And Jenna, of course, uses flare as well because she's a flame user. Actually, her synergy was pretty strong. It took out the first bat, and that'll take out the second bat. And we got 2 experience. Now, there's actually a glitch in this game where you can unlimitedly level here in Sol Sanctum, but we're not going to use that. It's more of an exploit than a glitch, really. I'm just going to talk over these combats now. You guys know how they go. And so the exploit goes a little something like this. If you defend with everybody and let Jenna die... actually, well, I'll preface it by saying this. In Sol Sanctum, the monsters generally only appear until you hit level 5, and then for some reason they just kind of curve out and stop appearing. Okay, that's the dead end. And so if you let Jenna die at level 1, she'll stay as a level 1 character as far as the game is concerned, and you can unlimitedly level Garrett and Isaac as far as you want. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and keep everyone alive. Just for the sake of keeping everyone alive, really. As much as I enjoy this game, I feel no animosity towards the characters. I don't want any of them to really die, so... completing this game without a full party can be a pain. And, of course, there's nothing there either. So we're going to come back around this way. I hope you guys can hear the music, the in-game music. Sol Sanctum has a really cool soundtrack. We'll have you fight that bat. Now, if you'll notice, I'll stop real quick here on the synergy screen. Those 3 little white bars, that tells you how wide an effect the synergy has. If I go back to Isaac for a minute, you notice this is 1. It only affects a single party member, so we'll tell him to attack again. Garrett's here can attack up to 3 people. So, I say up to because if I shift the focus, say, to the side, then it only attacks 2. But if I focus it on the middle, it'll hit all 3 no matter who's there. Yeah. So, another innovation this game has, I call it an innovation because I don't really think I've seen many RPGs that have had this before, is your PP, which is effectively your MP, regenerate as you run around. Like right now, 14:24, and I'll run and solve this part of a puzzle, and I'll take a look again as soon as I'm done. Actually, when I solve the puzzle, you'll see it again. It's relief of a Minotaur, the right eye is sparkling, but the left eye is blank. And now you'll see, we ran a little bit, they gained back 2, and they're back at full PP. And so they want us to use the small jewel item on the statue, which causes a rumbling. Now, something that's always made me wonder about this game, and I mean, it's not a huge wonder, but I mean, if I shouldn't have made her defend, I didn't want that. But I mean, if you really stop and think about it, these jumping puzzles that I'm doing, how would Kraden really be able to do those? I mean, he's pretty spry for an old man, but still. I mean, jumping puzzles are not the kind of thing that I envision somebody of Kraden's age doing. I suppose he could do them, but it's just not something I see him doing in my head. Oh, you dodged me. Yeah, da-da-da-da. Jemig will get the kill. And Isaac leveled up and learned mastery of enemy skill means you've learned a new Synergy. So he mastered the Squire's Quake. Earth-based Synergy, and he gets 7 health, 3 PP, 3 attack, 1 defense, etc., etc. Let's see. And now I'm actually going to use his skill of Cure to bring my party back up to full health. And of course, as we run, he will gain back the Synergy points, so it doesn't really matter. That is not to say that Cures are unlimited in this game. Cures for Isaac are actually, like if I show you, they're 3 PP right now, and considering his max, that's actually fairly expensive. And if you'll notice, all that rumbling caused a door to show up here. So, we are now inside Sol Sanctum. Like, inside. Now, Kraden's going to talk to us a little bit. Those of you who have played this game before just saw something and went, aha! And those of you who haven't probably didn't really notice it. There are 2 passages. Those two said there was a passage in deeper into the sanctum. Well, I cannot speak tonight. Sorry about that, folks. I've come here many times, and I've always thought it looked strange. I've always imagined it would look different somehow. Now he's going to exposit why. It's built in honor of the sun. There ought to be something here to reflect that. And he was always puzzled why there wasn't. Maybe a hidden passage, and maybe it leads to... Well, let's see if we can find it. We won't know what it leads to. He's pretty serious. Sure, we'll help him. Why not? Alright, now, for those people who didn't say aha, take a look at the floor over here. You see these patterns? It means the item there can be moved. Now, I'm actually going to do something here. I'm going to set the move Synergy to my R key in case. So yeah, there's nothing in here but a statue and a random battle with the slimes. Slimes, yay, slimes. Yeah, slimes are actually one of the easiest enemies. They have, like, next to no health. But that's alright. They're experience and coin. That's what we need right now. We need money. That is my forever struggle in this game. So now, I showed you that you can just push them, but you can also use the move Synergy to slide them to the side. And sometimes you'll have to use the move Synergy. Sometimes it's just more effective to push them because you don't waste your Synergy points that way. Okay, we're going to... now this particular piece is just a maze. There's no real items. We'll take on 2 on the mushroom, 1 on the slime. There's the mushroom down. Apparently the slime ran away, so we'll cure everybody back to health. And if I remember right, there's a chest over here. Yes, there is. Which contains a small jewel that we need to solve a puzzle later. Much like the puzzle we had before. Wow, that's 5 enemies, that's a lot. So we're going to actually take a look at what Squire's Quake looks like, plus Flare, and we'll throw a Flare in the middle in case nobody dies. So that's Quake. Earth Synergy just kind of throws them up in the air. Flare's going to take care of the middle ones. And then... that slime tried to run again, but he couldn't get away. So now we're just going to have everybody attack, because there's no point in wasting Synergy on one guy at this point. Garrett levels up, but he doesn't learn any Synergy because he already has some. Jenna leveled up, which is good as well. Just as good. Although not really beneficial to us, and you'll find out why later. And later really doesn't come all that much later, I should admit. I think I just went in a circle. Well, not a circle, but in a roundabout way. I'm weird with my battle style as well, you may have noticed. I like to use Synergy when there's more than, like, 2 enemies. If there's 2, I can usually beat them down pretty easily, but when there's 4, 3 or more, really. 4 is usually when I start heavily using Synergy. But when there's 3 or more, I like to use Synergy in order to quicken the battles along. I don't like to spend a lot of time in battle, and if I can make them quicker by throwing out some skills on them, I can. One of the things that it's kind of driving me a little mad right now because I'm just not used to this style of playing again. When I did my test playthrough Golden Sun, I had throttle on my left trigger here. I'm playing on a gamepad, for those who don't know. And I had throttle on my left trigger, but I can't record and throttle the game. It just desyncs the audio so horrifically that it's not worth doing.